10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The traditional opening ritual of the Oktoberfest in Munich. It's 6:30 on Saturday morning. Those who want to get a spot in the main beer tent on the opening day of the Oktoberfest have to get up early. What do they like about this festival?
It's a national mass binge. This is my first beer, the first couple of sips.
7 o'clock in the Schottenhamel tent. In 5 hours' time, it will be bursting at the seams. Dog handler Marina Deger is checking the tent for explosives. The police do this in every tent, every morning.
The dog would tell me if he sniffed something suspicious.
What would he do?
He would lie down and indicate the location of the explosives by looking towards the scent. We would then have to get a colleague. He's with me 365 days a year and is the best buddy you could hope for. It's all a big game for him.
The entrances are busy, despite the rain. Some don't want to wait for their first beer. The doors open at 9, and then they close again straight away. This man seems to know what's going on. He's trying to make himself heard. Some can't believe only people with reservations are allowed in today. They try their luck at the back entrance.
We were almost the first at the tent, and the bouncer said he wouldn't let anyone in if we didn't all go back to queue up. Then the next guy said we wouldn't get in here.
The ban on bottles isn't perfect. The first injuries have already happened.
Some broken glass fell into my shoe. I couldn't walk, and so they didn't let me in.
All the rowdies get in. There's nobody here doing anything about it. I could get really worked up.
The organization is terrible.
Why is it so important to be here today?
Because the opening of the Oktoberfest is big, and if you're from Munich, you go.
Also wenn ein Ausländer dabei ist, geht's nicht. Also mit Ausländerpersonen ohne festen Wohnsitz in Deutschland. Richtig ausgedrückt.
The Oktoberfest guards are next door.
Leere Flaschen draußen im Träger. Nach Möglichkeit.
Supervisor Jens Kessler and his team will be patrolling the grounds this weekend.
Aber ist nie was passiert. Wenn Sie noch irgendwelche Fragen zwischendrin habt, fragt einfach. Ansonsten denke ich,
A final briefing.
wird sich das ergeben alles. Es ist eigentlich gar nicht viel anderes. Es ist der erste Tag.
It's the first day, and everyone wants to be here. Some things will happen in bad weather too. Maybe not as much. It could be something big or something quite harmless.
Alles sein oder harmlos sein.
Kannst du ein bisschen zusammenrutschen? Ganz bitte, brauche ich nicht so viel. Perfekt.
300 police officers are working at the Oktoberfest. All the police teams are photographed on the first day. The officers in Jens Kessler's team know each other. All 6 of them work in the same police station in Munich. 2 of them are patrolling the Oktoberfest for the first time.
I'm excited to find out what it'll be like. We're going to get going now. But we'll get 3 or 4 days off, and then we'll come here privately, too.
19 police teams from Munich will oversee the beer festival. They always work in groups of 6. The first intervention is needed in Würzbudenstraße. Someone has ignored the ban on glass bottles. They're allowed to drink up before handing over their bottles. It's 10 minutes before the first beer is tapped. Police spokesperson Wolfgang Wenger and his deputy are on their way to the Schottenhamel tent. Wenger is the public face of Munich's police. The tapping is a must for him, as are the pictures with the landlord. To a peaceful Oktoberfest.
We run into problems if we say absolutely peaceful, because then things happen. I've been hit over the head with a glass before. It happens.
An attack with pepper spray. A security guard has called the police. The 2 victims have burning eyes. The perpetrators are on the run.
One was male with a blue cap and a white rucksack with a blue outline. One had light blue jeans, and the third?
What did they do?
Pepper spray. All we know from the description is that there were 3 of them. We know one of them was wearing a blue cap and had a white rucksack with a blue outline. He's between 16 and 20, 185 tall. There's no information about the other 2.
The only thing that helps with pepper spray is water. It's not clear why the attack happened. Neither of the victims wants to comment.
I need your details. You're the victim of a crime. The problem is they don't want to make a complaint. One of them's an Italian tourist. He just wants to go home. The other is a Somali asylum seeker. He's not particularly interested in working with the police either. He's going to be examined by a doctor, but it's very unlikely he'll ever press charges.
A stall at Bavaria Ring. The afternoon belongs to families. This is the best side of the Oktoberfest.
Trauen ist unten. Jawohl, es legst auf die Zunge, lass wach werden. Dann darfst du, was ich vor die Zähne mache, macht sie hinter die Zähne, ja? So. Zungenspitzel auf den Gammerdrucker und dann sagst du Schule, Schuster.
There's all kinds of entertainment available for the young.
Was das angeht auch.
Next year it'll work.
A hen party at the Oktoberfest. The bride has a special wish.
It's my hen party. My friend really likes police officers. Can she have a photo with you? That would make her the happiest woman in the world. Don't show this on television. I'm married.
It doesn't seem to have been a serious request. Wolfgang Wenger is doing the rounds of the festival tents. He knows this place like the back of his hand. He's worked at the festival every year since 1980.
It's filling up. That's always the case when it's raining outside.
One of Wolfgang Wenger's jobs is touching base with the festival landlords. He knows Tony Reuderer, the landlord of the Hacker tent, very well. It's a warm welcome. It's not just the Oktoberfest for Tony Reuderer, it's also his birthday. Tony gets a present from the police officer. At the end of his tour, Wolfgang Wenger reaches a spot that's of special significance to him. It was here in 1980 that a right-wing extremist killed 12 people, along with himself.
My first day working at the Oktoberfest was the 27th of September 1980, one day after the attack here. I had been to the festival many times as a private individual, but the first official shift was memorable. Many people were curious, and I experienced a lot. It's something I have to process for myself.
That makes us wonder how many young